Flyhouse, Y94 733-0 and Amy K posing the question, or at least on behalf of somebody else. Do you think they are the jerk?
Jerk, 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 jerk.
I maintain best thing about Am I the Jerk is the intro song. Makes me really happy every time it plays.
Did you at one point make one?
Yeah.
Like you singing?
Yes. Me and Elliot, we farmed it out.
That's what I thought.
It wasn't great.
I have like flashbacks of it, and I remember you guys doing it.
We worked really hard on that. It's just, this one's better.
Is it findable?
You know what? If you listen to an older podcast of Am I the Jerk, it's still floating around out there, sure.
You and Elliot singing?
Yeah, And we fixed this. We fixed the glitch, as they say. We're wondering if she's the jerk today. Is Playhouse family member Emily. Emily, why might you be the jerk?
So, do you all think I'm a jerk if I have never told my husband that the real reason I have lost so much weight is probably not what he thinks it is?
What do you mean?
Well, I've had a really hard time and struggle with my weight for as long as I can remember, over like 5 or 10 years. And a while back, I mentioned to my husband that I was thinking about trying a GLP-1. And he basically laughed at me and said, you know, most people can lose weight the old-fashioned way. Just eat less and work out and watch your calories.
It's rude, but okay.
Okay, thank you, because honestly, I was really embarrassed. And so I dropped it, and I just didn't talk about it with him anymore. But a few weeks later, I actually went to my doctor, and he agreed with me that it would be a good idea, and I started one, and I haven't told my husband yet.
Okay, so he just has no idea that you've been taking
are you
this.
losing weight?
Yeah, it's working. I've lost a ton of weight. And the problem is everyone keeps complimenting me on how amazing I look and how hard I must be working. And my husband is actually probably the worst one. He keeps telling people how proud he is of me for, sticking with it and finding this discipline to lose the weight. And, I just smile and I'm like, oh, yeah, thank you.
I told you the old-fashioned way, babe.
It works.
Right. And there's a small part of me that feels guilty because, I'm letting him believe something that isn't completely true. But another part of me is like, you mocked me when I tried to talk to you about it. So why do I owe you any sort of truth now? And at this point, I honestly just don't think I ever want to tell him. So I guess I'm asking, am I a jerk for taking a GLP-1 and then letting him think that I lost this weight the old-fashioned way?
Do you think he's ever going to find out?
I don't think so. I mean, my doctor obviously can't tell him, and, I keep it pretty hidden. I mean, I guess there's a chance he could find my injections, in the home. You do have to keep them in the fridge, but I've got them tucked away.
Okay. Not usually a huge fan of significant others lying to each other. I think when he was a butthead to you when you brought it up, he didn't get to be part of the conversation anymore. Whatever, I think it's your business. If it ever comes up naturally, you'd be like, well, you know what, you were a jerk to me when I tried to talk to you about this. So yes, that is what's in the back of the fridge. I don't think I'd volunteer it.
Yes, he's wrong for mocking her and making her feel ashamed for wanting to do that.
Yeah, most of you could do it the old-fashioned way.
But I think it's a bad idea to keep it a secret. Just first off, you're taking a medication he doesn't know about. Heaven forbid something happens. I don't know if GLP-1 has any weird thing where like if
it's a long list of weird
I'm
things.
sure.
Yeah.
But if the doctor's like, is she taking any medication? And you're like, I don't know. But it also stinks that she doesn't feel safe that she could tell him. And I also think it's gone too long.
So do you think now it's going to be a weird thing to randomly be like, well, guess what? It wasn't the old-fashioned way, you butthead.
Yes, and that's why, because he's been complimenting her. You've been doing such a great job. And then for her to finally be like, well, actually, I did go on the GLP-1s. I think he's going to be a little hurt that she lied. But I do think you need to get it out the sooner, the better.
Not that two wrongs make a right, because they absolutely don't. There's a whole saying about it. But he was a jerk first. Like, what a way to respond to somebody when you're like, hey, you know what, honey? Thinking about it, I think this might be a good opportunity for me to talk to somebody about this. Oh, why don't you just work out? He was mean.
I think if there was an issue, like he's worried about the side effects or we don't know everything about this medication yet, and he kind of came from a caring place on why he didn't
No, he's
want
like, go for a walk and put down the food.
For him to be like, well, why don't you just eat better and go to the gym? Yes, that is rude. But at the same time, hiding a medication from him feels wrong to me.
Do you think that she's a jerk if she never admits the GLP-1s, given that when she brought it up the first time, when she was thinking about it, he's like, well, most people do it the old-fashioned way. He was the jerk first, so she's a jerk if she doubles down and just never says anything that she's on these things. And he's like, oh, my God, honey, see, I told you, you're doing such a good job.
Come on, get up.
The Y94 Morning Playhouse.
Good morning.
Y94.
Someone said he's the jerk for not supporting her. Someone else said you need to sit down and have a convo with your husband and let him know what he said hurt you. Also let him know it's just not that easy for some women to cut calories, work out, etc. Some go on it because they have tried it and it hasn't worked, and that helps. They also said, are you premenopause or menopause, as that could cause issues for not being able to lose some weight, so they need extra help. Someone said they're both jerks. She should tell him due to possible health ramifications, and because he would need to know that information. But he's also supposed to be supportive and listen to his wife and did not want to discuss all options. And someone said he left when she brought it up. So she found another way. If he had responded with kindness and support in the first place, maybe she would have felt comfortable telling him.
You know, if you had just been like, hoo, I'm going to pull the wool over his eyes and just went and got it, and he was like, wow, what have you been doing? You're like, well, hitting the gym every day. Shoot it up. It was working for you, and you just never brought it up. I'd be like, well, that's a little sketchy. You tried to tell this guy you were thinking about it, and he was a turd to you.
Someone did say 100% was zero. He was the jerk, and she owes him no explanation. If he brought it up, I would just say, I tried to tell you and you were not nice about it. She also never lied. He just assumed she was working out. Definitely not a jerk.
Boy, and how many of us, too, like have seen what these have done for some other people and be like, you know, how do I get me some of those? Because there's people where it's like, holy smokes, wow, you look amazing.
When you see someone and you're like, what have you, like, what happened? I saw you a couple months ago. This is like a transformation.
Yeah, and most people are very open about it, right? And
Yeah.
they're like, wow, good job. It's crazy.
Someone said, what happens when he eventually finds out? He's probably going to feel betrayed that she hit a prescription and let him believe a lie and a complete different story for months.
Are you feeling inclined that you're ever going to say anything? Because I feel like a lot of people are supportive of you just because of the reaction you got in the first place.
No, I genuinely don't have a desire to tell him anymore. My doctor says I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing for my health, and like that's most important, right? So I think I'm just going to keep going the way I'm going, and I don't feel like I need his support, and I don't feel like I owe him the truth, and I feel better. So.
You know, it's interesting because generally speaking, I mean, honesty in relationships is important. The fact of the matter is you were honest with him in the get-go, and he mocked you and was rude to you. So I feel like he kind of, maybe he doesn't deserve the truth.
That's kind of where I'm sitting. I hate to say it that way, but yeah, I agree.
We're getting a lot of that vibe, man.
Yeah, I mean, people are saying because he was kind of rude, he doesn't support you. But why not just tell him? I don't like the idea of you being on a medication that he doesn't know about.
The only reason I think it would be enjoyable to at some point bring it up again and have the full disclosure is, like, he mocked you, but look at that. He was clearly wrong because, like, look how amazing it worked for you. And the doctor was very supportive of it. It could be kind of like a, well, told you so moment.
Someone said, I don't think she's lying when people are complimenting her because she is losing the weight. The medication is helping, but that doesn't mean she's not putting in effort, too.
And this is accurate also. I'm very interested about them, but I'm such a baby. But there's pill ones now, right? I'd be scared
They
of the
make all
shots.
different kinds. They're everywhere. I see commercials for them nonstop when I'm watching TV.
Is there one that rather than injecting it into your body, you inject it into your coffee? Because if that's the
Ew.
case, give it 3 days, and I'm going to be amazing.
Take the pill one then. Ew, don't put it in your...
Can I crunch it up in my coffee?
I'm sure you can. You want me to put in some cheese like a dog? Here, Zero. Sit.
What?
Stay. Grab it.
Who's the jerk? What? Who's the-